PDN News Updates. Here is Jarek Sablon from our PDN Newsroom. This is brought to you by our sponsor, KFC Guam.
The installation of about 73 miles of fiber optic cables and 5G upgrades to various wireless towers is anticipated to bring faster internet speeds to southern residents, the Office of the Governor announced on Tuesday. Completion of the project is expected between 2025 and early 2026, according to David Gibson, new CEO of IT&E, the company partnering with the government on the $11.4 million federally grant-funded project. A Tuesday press conference to unveil the project was hosted at the Ricardo J. Berdalia's Governor's Complex in Adelaide. Work by IT&E had begun down by the roadside in PD. Acting Governor Joshua Tenorio said the fiber optic install will start in PD, encircle the island's southern villages, and end in Orak Chalanpago. A total of 26 wireless towers will be upgraded to 5G technology, which will deliver faster cellular data, he said. Buried fiber optic cables are also expected to increase network resiliency against typhoons and other natural disasters, according to a fact sheet from Adaloop. Some 10,000 single-family and multi-dwelling units are expected to see an improved broadband internet experience, according to the fact sheet. A number of businesses, government offices, and other community institutions will also see an upgrade. The AB Wonpad International Airport Authority, Guam, was awarded $21.4 million in Federal Aviation Administration competitive grant funding toward replacing its terminal roofing system with a modern, energy-efficient one, the airport said in a press release on Tuesday. Under this FAA Airport Terminal Program grant, the cost split for the terminal roofing project is 95% from federal funds and 5% from the Guam International Airport Authority's capital improvement funds. Grant funding was awarded under the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law Airport Terminal Program. The suspect in the February 14 Delhi robbery shooting, Domingo Chargalif Minjola, needed money for an owed drug debt, according to the magistrate complaint filed in local court on Tuesday. Minjola is being held on $500,000 bail, and his girlfriend Jana Manabusan had her charges dismissed without prejudice in Superior Court late on Tuesday afternoon. Minjola was charged with aggravated murder, first-degree robbery, and theft of a motor vehicle. The AG's office can charge Manabusan in an indictment in the future, and said it was vetting information to formulate appropriate charges. The pair was arrested on Monday on multiple felony charges in connection with the suspected robbery and shooting death of Sumitra Lairopi, who was shot in the upper abdomen, chest area outside Thai Healthy Cuisine restaurant in Tumuning on February 14. Lairopi, a wife and mother of 3 children, died from her injuries 2 days later at Guam Memorial Hospital, according to the Guam Police Department. Lairopi had just finished having Valentine's Day dinner with friends. According to the complaint, a witness told police that Minjola identified 4 women eating dinner inside a closed restaurant, and when 2 of the diners left, Minjola allegedly shot Lairopi and left with Lairopi's car. Law enforcement officers from all across the government could be called in to support the Guam Police Department and help fight the island's drug epidemic if a measure proposed by Senator Chris Duenas this week becomes law. Duenas, in an interview with the Pacific Daily News, pointed to the rising violent crime rates and drug offenses in GPD's Uniform Crime Report through 2021, even as the police force struggles to get near its long-time goal of 520 uniformed officers. The senator's proposed solution would see law enforcement agencies across the government pooling efforts to support the GPD presence on the streets under a multi-agency unified law enforcement group, or MAULIC, headed by the chief of police. Bank of Guam announces the launch of banking services for the cannabis industry on Guam and the Northern Marianas. With the launch of cannabis banking, Bank of Guam now becomes the first local financial institution in the region to serve all tiers of cannabis-related businesses, joining a growing number of banks and financial institutions across the nation, or released from the Bank of Guam states. Starting this month, Bank of Guam will offer deposit and lending services to cannabis-related businesses that are legally licensed on Guam and Saipan. Recreational adult use of cannabis has been legal on Guam since 2019, but the rules and regulations needed for an actual industry to operate weren't finalized by the Cannabis Control Board until late 2022, due to a number of delays and a lack of approval from the Office of the Attorney General. In the meantime, no regulated cannabis store has yet opened on Guam. For more B stories, log on to GuamPDN.com and follow us on social media.